Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. This is your host, Atlanta MuleSoft Group, Rajneesh Kumar. So let me introduce myself. I'm Rajneesh Kumar. I'm total 24, 25-year experience in IT, and in integration, if you add total more than 16, 17-year experience. And if you ask me about the only MuleSoft experience, I start my career when MuleSoft almost start, like 2009. So I would say the total I have experience of 14, 15-year experience in MuleSoft side. So I would like to welcome to everyone who have joined my meetup and who will join my meetup. And really thanks for the joining for this meetup. So let me start, and some housekeeping item before I start my presentation. So this is a recorded session, so I will share with you guys this session to the link. If you have a question, you can ask me a question at the end of the session, or you can send me an email if you after this session, if you're not able to ask this during this session is. So you can ask. Chat is open. You can put your question on that chat, and I will take the priority order is which is come first, and I will take the first. So let me start. So this is today topic is MuleSoft AWS complementary overview. How MuleSoft and AWS are working together. So let me go to the slide. What are the I'm going to cover in this session is basically is first I would like to give the introduction. I will give the introduction. Then what is iPaaS and DIY in context of MuleSoft and AWS environment. The connector, the list of connector is there, and then different flavor of integration with the Amazon or AWS with the different services which AWS providing. This is a small list, but there's more is there. So I'm just covering because due to the time crunch over here. So let me start with the introduction. Give me 1 minute. So MuleSoft and So MuleSoft and AWS have a unique relationship. You can say they are business partner as well as competitor. So it's very unique relationship between the MuleSoft and AWS, and you will see how it is working together very collaboratively between the AWS and MuleSoft side. Both are supporting each other as well as competitors. So let me go to the second slide. So what business want? These are the list. What generally most of this is covering the all domain, most of the domain. What our customer generally looking for. First is their experience. It's every time is flipping. So customer experience, partner experience, employee experience, new product or service, operational efficiency. Those are the common feature any customer they are looking for their product within their system. So to achieving those all things, they have a multiple way you can achieve. If you notice is there is a couple of item is listed over here is some of them are you familiar and some of them are you are not familiar. But this is what it is: API management, export data from the data lake, EDI, file transfer, design and build, route data from WDA to the Snow, microservices, messaging, PubSub. This is a subset of the big set. Maybe you are using all, or maybe some of the feature you are using within your organization. How AWS is managing this one is, if you notice, is each services had their individual feature or the individual component within AWS is. So here is EDI. There is a own component is over there. You can use it, whether it's a Lambda or there is a data lake is there. You can use it, whether you can use it S3 bucket or data lake. There is an independent feature is AWS providing. API management is also feature is available within AWS. So these are the things you can go on and on these services. But these are a part of the AWS ecosystem, and they are how it is. They are individually, they are not working together. You have to basically work hard to make it enable and make it part of the one product. Right now it is individual from each other. So that is a challenge with the AWS environment. So some of the feature glue and S3 bucket and all kind of things is here, batch, AWS batch. So all these things is over here. So, but in the same feature, you want in one place, like as a customer, I would like to see as a one product so that I can manage in one, I would say is one control system front end, so that I can see one place everything is. So this is my wish list as a customer. So MuleSoft is providing this all feature one place. So MuleSoft, whatever you saw previous, like file transfer, EDI, export data, API management, PubSub, everything is part of the MuleSoft Anypoint Platform, is a part of the one ecosystem, and you can enable from there. So here little description about the Anypoint Platform, most advanced enterprise platform, design uniquely built single solution. Anypoint Platform can be deployed anywhere to reliably address both small scale and mission critical use case. So those are the feature. If you notice, is all part of the one ecosystem with Anypoint Platform. So that is a very good feature within the MuleSoft side, which if you familiar with the AWS side, little lagging over there, I would say is you have to manually manage in AWS environment. Little challenge, I would say. Since I work with the both environment, I know it is a challenge in AWS side. You have to write a couple of line of code in Lambda or any of those kind of things. Is not as simple as is Anypoint Platform. So this is what the whole holistic picture is showing for you. You can see one place which is called Anypoint Platform. So what Anypoint Platform offering right now, probably most of the, if you're coming from the MuleSoft, if you are using existing MuleSoft environment or using within your application, so this is very common for you guys. If you're new, then this is what it is offering. Anypoint Platform design is happening within Anypoint Platform, which is called the Design Center. You can manage through the Management Center. In API Exchange, wherever you want to keep it all your resource one place, which is called the Endpoint Exchange. You can engage with the customer within your organization as well as outside the organization, so they know like what are the documentation, what are the different endpoint or feature is available for any of your component. Same thing is run. MuleSoft providing a runtime environment, whether it is an on-prem, whether it is a hybrid hosted by MuleSoft, whether it is a part of the AWS, whether it's a part of the Azure. So this is a runtime is available within those environment. And then services you can provide on top of the services, like you can secure your API, you can rate limiting API. Those kind of feature is available also through the scale. You can scale up, scale down. Those are the available dashboard is available for you, so that you can manage through your control panel. So that's what it is, the whole architect of those Anypoint Platform over here. So this is what it is in the different way. So let me move forward. So what is the runtime Anypoint runtime plane is basically is a Mule application transportable across a variety of cloud platform. The Mule runtime provides the flexibility in the deployment options, so you are dependent on one cloud provider. Anypoint Platform gives customer the flexibility to adopt best of the breed solution and not have to go all all in one with one cloud provider. So this other feature is available. So this is a stack. It is providing hardware. First is part of the hardware. So if you want to use the ACA2 container, you can use it over here, or is hybrid or runtime fabric. Same thing is operating system, whether you want to use it Linux, Unix, or any of, or Windows, or any of those operating system, you can use it. JRE, that is very standard Java. And Mule runtime, that is also built on top of the JRE. And configuration, you can configure your application or your server within those Mule runtime. So here is a little bit more visualization of AWS, what we are lagging over here there in the AWS environment. So these are the things. Is, if you notice, is everything is separate entity. Mock endpoint, Flow Designer, AWS API Gateway, Cloud9, Mocha, AWS API Gateway, CloudWatch. So everything is a separate entity. And basically is you have to literally go to the different front end or control panel, and you have to look into the how we are managing, and you need to write this kind of code over here in the Lambda function or any Java function, wherever you are writing your code. That's how you have to manage whole thing. Is some of the feature is very near to the what Mules are providing, but not all feature is providing. This is a API console asset. So this is probably you're familiar if you're coming to the MuleSoft environment, is how we generally follow the this life cycle of the API. So now this is the whole Anypoint Platform, what is providing. This is a part of the one cycle. If you notice, is everything is a smooth transitioning from one start from here, validate, priority design, feedback, publish, create, and deploy. Again, everything is very streamlined within Anypoint Platform. That is a very good thing. Is, and also if you notice, is there is a studio is very good. You can visualize all your flow. Where you can see how your different components are running, and background you can manage through the XML. Same thing in API Designer. This is one place you can design your API, and you can directly deploy from there through the API Designer. You can basically set the relationship between the API, whatever you develop, the RAML and the Endpoint Studio develop code. Same thing is Flow Designer. You can there is a place you can drag and drop online, and then you can create the flow mocking services. So if you notice, is everything is very smooth transitioning from one part of the life cycle to the other part of the life cycle. You no need to go to the one place and then log into the other place, look into what is going on over there. You just click, and then all the way to the your end result. You deploy, and then you run your application. So now I'm going to the second section, which is called the IPaaS and DIY. It's covering what is a whole platform section is look like within a Anypoint Platform. So if you notice, this is basically is how different services are in the AWS environment, and it's part of the AWS environment. Everything is segregated their own component, and you are managing through the one place. And this is how you the whole ecosystem is going. So this is what it is managing. If you look for the here, so I'm moving into the how the MuleSoft is. These are the so these are the different resource group available within AWS. Probably you are familiar if you're coming from the AWS, but this is you can pull the list. What other things is available, and sometimes you don't need all, particularly in the integration world or API world. You don't need to know all these things. Some of things is part of the data lake, some of the part of the AI, IoT, all those things is there. Everything is entity separated. You need to know each individual your own way. So now this is what the whole cloud of architect over here. So this represents all the Cloud Hub, MuleSoft Cloud Hub, which is deployed within a EC2. That's why initially I mentioned like there is a unique relationship between MuleSoft and AWS. Is basically whole Cloud Hub or Anypoint Platform is hosted within a AWS environment. So here AWS is supporting to the whole MuleSoft environment, and as well as their competitor some of the feature. So here is a big block diagram for how different component are working together within a AWS environment as a MuleSoft. So if you notice this object storage like that, and the data is, some of the data is stored in the MongoDB, MySQL, REST API. So these are the bigger picture is how, and then this is a log4j appender, JVM. These are the things is there. So I'm not going too much deep, but yeah, this is what the bigger picture of those Cloud Hub architecture over here. So give me one. So this is a place I'm just comparing the two environment, or I would say is a three as a perspective wise. But two is, one is Anypoint Platform, other one is on-prem or private as a server, it's PaaS. So that's what it is. If you notice, is Anypoint Platform, no infrastructure, full MuleSoft managed, globally available, enterprise, out of the box, enterprise ready out of the box. Physical server VM can take weeks. This is what, if you notice, is what is the difference is this is very quick, is easily manageable. This is it will take time. Same thing is over here. So all this section I divided one by one, how it is look like. Probably I'm not going to reach each, but just I'm going to slowly this slide, so you can look into those what other things is available. So discover series of error. So whenever you are assigning from your real flow with your API management, then there's some issue that what it is mentioned. So redundancy is over there. So same thing is management side, no infrastructure management, integration with the RDMS, managed servers, VM. So this is that's why if you notice is there is no MuleSoft is their own thing is there, so they are using from here. So integration with IDMS, manual configuration. Here is a manual. Here is already is configured for you. Manage instances contain manual configure multiple component. This is what it is. So same thing is there. How much is availability? 99.9 in all cases. But the difference is over here is must build, multi DC, high availability. That what it is. DIY, everything is here. If you do notice, is you have to build over here. Here is already built for you. So that is the difference. Is both this section is very near to each other, but this is a different because it is built for you. That's what it is. Same thing is over here, scalability, one-click scalability. So just you can one click and you can add your core, vCore, and worker is also vertical as well as horizontal. You can add those as scalability. So so that's how it is. You need to write script for on-prem, both of the cases. So you have to basically work on the script side. It's not like a button click you can manage. Same thing is out of the box. Load balancer is available. You can manage your load balancer with one click and one configuration. Manually manage. This is a manually you have to manage. You have to give all your load information, load balancer information over here manually. So you need to create the script. It is auto scale is over here. So same thing, security and compliances. This is everything is certified MuleSoft environment. Data is encrypted, validated by third party, zero trust runtime, penetration testing. You on request you can do the penetration testing. It is not by default is available, but you can request for the testing. And if you notice is all this feature is available for you when you spend the more money. This is available within your organization as soon as you're buying the Cloud Hub. So those are the features available for you as Anypoint Platform. So service as a maintenance is also is managed by the whole MuleSoft support team. This is all 24 by support. Here you have to manage your own way. You have to work with your vendor. That's what it is. So what else is missing in DIY cloud? Here is what cloud have provided out of the box and what you will need to touch the tip together. One platform for the all connectivity platform, out of the box monitoring analytics, triggering tools, embedded API management, rate limiting and throttling, caching. Those are the things you can manage out of the box. You have to manage your own way. You can manage. This is a whole, it is representation of how different deployment model is supporting by the one endpoint design center. So this is basically everything is over here endpoint center, and then your server is hosted or private cloud or cloud hub. So it doesn't matter. It will treat as their local server, and then you can manage from there. Only thing is server level, you need to go to the physically server when you're hosted on the on-prem or private cloud. Cloud hub, it is managed by the MuleSoft team. So these are the things is managed. These are the things which it is being managed within a MuleSoft ecosystem. So now I'm going next section, which is called the MuleSoft Amazon connector. What are the connectors available? So basically is available for you out of the box. It's very easy to use. So these are the list of MuleSoft inbuilt connector into the key AWS services. These are the services available. If you notice, is Amazon DynamoDB available connector, and here is giving a what version it is available: Mule 4, Mule 4, Mule 3. If you are using Mule 3, this connector is available for you. But if you notice, is most of the connectors are only available for the Mule 4. Mule 3 is somewhat supported by very few connector, and it's very soon it is going to deprecate it completely for Mule 3. So if you are using Mule 3, it's better to come out from the Mule 3. So these are the feature, these are the connectors, is available. And also it's very easy to use it. I will go some of the connector among this list and how you can configure those connector. I will go through that one too. So these are the things available right now, and you can download from the exchange. It is available in exchange, MuleSoft Anypoint exchange. You only need to search under that connector and make sure that that is a right version is available. What version you're looking for there, that is available for you, and then you can download into the Anypoint platform. Sorry, Anypoint Studio. So that you can do it. So this is my first one of the very famous connector. I'm just picking up some few very I would say is important or very useful connector for within your ecosystem, Anypoint or MuleSoft ecosystem is. So this is one of the famous Amazon RDS connector. So here this connector is supported by the all RDS within AWS environment. So it's SQL Server or MySQL, Oracle. So those are the things that are already available within AWS environment. You just need to download this. So this Amazon Relationship Database service is an infrastructure as a service that allow you to set up a relational database in the cloud. Amazon Aurora, PostgreSQL, MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle database, and Microsoft SQL Server are available for AWS environment. Maybe I'm missing a few, but these are the things what I found. All these are database type provided as a Java developed connectivity JDBC interface. So this RDS connector can connect to virtually any database, any JDBC relational database, any database of which you have a driver. So here is one catch over here. You have to look for the proper driver, and then you can connect. So that what it is this database connector. So as Amazon RDS, you will need to the jar file. That what I mentioned. That's jar file for the JDBC driver for the DB engine that you choose. you can find the latest driver for your DB engine in the following location. So these are the, you can search and you can find this driver, and you can download. I will show you like how you can search and you can download. I will give you a small demo of how you look into those connector. So Postgres, SQL Server, those are the things available. Compared to Postgres and MySQL, this is available. So this is, if you notice, if you're familiar with Anypoint Studio, these are the things you download from here, and then you can enable for you. To use, add the database model to your Mule project, add a database operation to a flow, configure the connection to the database. That's how you can do with this connector. And this is very useful connector. It probably almost all whoever communicating with the AWS database, they need to use this connector. I would say very famous connector. So here is I just put the screenshot how you can communicate with the RDS with this connector, AWS RDS connector. So create your preferred DB instances in Amazon RDS, add database connector to module to project. It could be not only select, it could be anything as you update or add those kind of operation. You can also do it over here. Configure connection to the database, and then you input as SQL query. So this is, you can, so if you notice is this is, since it is selected as a select, so that's why it's a execute query, execute DDL. But you can do the insert on table row. Everything is, all method is available. This is the RDS database connector, and this is all method is available. What action you can do on this connector. So this is what it is providing all how you can use it within your Mule project. So now, so let me know if I'm going a little faster. If you want to, I can slow down. Anybody can write it down. If it's this slow is perfect, then I can move like that. Anyone? Okay, I'm going to the same flow. No answer I will take as a yes. So this is Amazon MQ. This is another very famous connector within Amazon. So give me 1 minute. So this is one of the very famous connector, Amazon MQ. So this is basically, it is Amazon MQ is a managed message broker service for Apache ActiveMQ on AWS. The broker is compatible with the JMS MQP and MQTT. So this is the same thing as you can deploy on-prem to the same kind of things, but you can also do it on the AWS side too. So this is the same, but only is hosted in the AWS side. So MuleSoft provide out-of-the-box connector for JMS and MQP. So the same, whatever you can use the connector to connect to the on-prem ActiveMQ, same connector you can use it for the AWS ActiveMQ. There is no changes over here. So this is a good thing is for you is same thing. So this is a connect to the JMS point. First, you have to create the JMS point in the AWS environment, and then you can connect to the JMS points. These are the operation is being supported. If you notice, is acknowledge, consume, listener, publish, consume, recover session. All this is operation are supported. To use, add the JMS module to your Mule project. Add a JMS operation to a flow. Configure the connection to the Amazon MQ instances. So these are the things you can. These are the steps you can follow within your Mule project. So these are some pictorial information for your easy purpose. So you can just create a broker in active Amazon MQ. This is you can create. So add JMS module to project, add a JMS operation like consume to flow, configure connection to Amazon and queue. This is a different screenshot I pasted over here so that you know like what are the things. First, this is the first, this one, and then you download the connector, what operation you want, publish, and then you can configure over here. So these are the different steps you need to follow. So now I'm going to the another connector, which is called the Amazon SQS. And this is another very famous connector. And most of them are almost same kind of things. Simple. This is a SQS, simple queue services, fully managed message queuing service that enable you to send, store, and receive messages. MuleSoft provide a connector for the Amazon SQS. So this is the same as ActiveMQ, but is a different flavor, which is a very inbuilt within an Amazon environment, AWS environment. So connector to provide an easy way to interface with the Amazon SQS API. This connector is providing what are the different APIs available. If you notice, is it has all kind of action is available. Support a standard or FIFO queue to use. Add the SQS model to your Mule project. The same is add SQS operation to a flow. Configure the connection to the Amazon SQS queue. So these are the you need to download from the exchange, and then you have to add it within your palette and then use within your Mule flow. So this is some pictorial how you can use it. This is other things. You can send and receive messages from here, create a queue in the Amazon SQS, add Amazon SQS module to project, add an operation like send message to flow, configure connection for Amazon SQS. So these are the things available for you. You can use it for your connector. So another very famous connector is S3. S3 is probably, if you're familiar, S3 is basically is storing any file or any of those blob kind of things within Amazon or AWS. So this is very useful whenever you're dealing with a large file or large data, where temporarily you can store and then you can work on those data and file. So this is Amazon Simple Service S3. What is Amazon Simple Storage Services? Is an object storage service offering industry-leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. So Anypoint connector for Amazon S3. Amazon S3 connector provides connectivity to the Amazon S3 API, enabling you to the interface with Amazon S3 to store object, download, and use data with other AWS services. So that what you can do it. Probably you're already familiar within AWS environment, but it's very easy to use it. Just working on the data and files kind of things. So how you can work within a MuleSoft ecosystem. So connect to the S3 endpoint. So AWS providing the API or endpoint, there you can communicate. Common use case is store services, app building with native cloud-based storage, data backup and archive, business. So these are the things it is providing. If you notice, is the right-hand side, what are the different feature or function is available for S3, this connector. So how you can use it, add the S3 module to your Mule project, add S3 operation to a flow, configure the connection to the Amazon MQ instances. So this is a different method is available. So this is S3. Maybe I just mistype over here. So, but this is S3 is available. S3 connector. How you the different connectors. So they add into the flow and configure your connector, and then after the global connector. So this is how you can use it. Just ignore the top part because this I think is mistyped over there. So this is S3. Now, last but not least, this is I'm not going to the all connector, but yeah, this is one of the important. I keep it for the last one, and this is a very important to know. You can manage whole EC2 from here in MuleSoft side. So Amazon EC2 connector is the streaming business process between the Amazon EC2 enterprise application. So EC2 basically is providing the container within an AWS environment. You can install server or n number of things. You can add the volume or decrease the volume, all those kind of things action you are doing. This is a whole environment for you, and you side. That's a good thing is API is available for you from AWS side, and MuleSoft is build a certified connector for that one. You can communicate through the connector. You can manage the whole Amazon EC2 from MuleSoft application. So Anypoint connector for Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 Connect provide the connectivity to the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, Amazon EC2 API, enabling you to interface with the Amazon EC2. So this is one of the important, I would say, is important connector to communicate with the AWS environment, and it has a tremendous feature is available, or tremendous control available for in EC2 environment. You can do a number of things through the MuleSoft side with the help of a connector. So this is also is the same way. Is not a very different way you are communicating. Is the same way you are going to communicate. Connect to the EC endpoint. Common use case is getting EBS volume, attaching EBS volume to the EC2 instances, restarting an Amazon EBS back, stopping an Amazon EC2 instances. So this is what is feature or functionalities available here, so that you can manage the whole EC2 instances from here. And very good thing is, and also you notice is since this is the last connector I'm covering this presentation. So if you notice is in this one, I downloaded all connector, Amazon connector which is available, and it is look like that. So Amazon Redshift is available. RDS already we went with RDS. Amazon Lambda is there. So Amazon Lambda is you can write your Lambda function over there, and you can manage through your connector. Kinesis is there. Dynamo is there. SQS already we went through. Amazon Async is there. So these are all is available for you. So you just go and play, download this connector for you within your project and play with those connector. It is very easy to use. I will go one or two connector, and then I will show you how it is easy to configure and manage those things. So it's the same thing is EC2. Add EC2 connector to your Mule project. Configure a source. Configure to global element. This is a different simple flow you need to follow. So now last section I'm going through is what are the benefits. So how MuleSoft is helping this with this connector with this AWS environment, how MuleSoft is helping. So it is accelerating the delivery, because as I mentioned earlier, like it is out of the box, is providing a lot of feature. You just button click is there. So it is a faster delivery. You no need to worry about too many things. You no need to configure. You no need to write too many script over there. Everything is, most of the things, I would not say is everything is, most of things is available for on button click. 64% faster delivery APIs integration. That's true. Probably you're already familiar if you are in the MuleSoft environment. Second feature is automated security. That's true. This is also a button click is available. Like you mentioned, you can add the like a button click, your rate limiting or any those kind of security things is IP restriction or IP whitelist. Those are the things. Just button click you add, and it will be enabled for you for your API, for your application. Those are the things is. You can your user, Anypoint user also you can communicate or you can configure through your own Azure or any of those kind of IDM. It is very easy to configure or manage through those external vendor tool. Now, third is resilient operation. That's true. That is also like it is providing on button click. You can scale up and vertically scale up vertically as well as horizontally. add the vCore or worker, just button click without stopping any application. It is available per application basis. So it will reduce reduction in deployment run cost, because for those any scale up, scale down, you no need to start and stop any server or anything, and not even application. Just you button click and it will enable automatically behind the scene for you. So last but not least, future-proof foundation optimized to bend, not break with the change. 64% faster delivery of APIs integration. So the same thing is I wrote it down over here. API-led approach with the reusable asset, developer exchange, and guided API design and develop is available. So that how it will accelerate your things over here. Delivery accelerated because you are using a lot of reusable component over here. So that's what it is, and also is the life cycle is well defined. So before building our flow, I have to first design the API, which is part of your designer, and then once you design, you have to check in into the exchange. From there, you need to get this ID, and then you assign to the. So those are everything is well defined flow. You need to follow those flow. You can't make a mistake. And then at the end, you are creating a flow and then deploying application within a runtime manager. So this is well defined. Same thing is security, federated access management, strong security foundation. All this written over here, industry certification is available. HIPAA in the medical domain, PCI if you are banking domain. Those are the things is or any other medical domain too. So those are the couple of things is available if you're federal, and all this thing is available. For federal is there is a different environment is there, which is federated environment which is also providing the next level of security over there. Same thing is API and AS gateway, data tokenizing for the data in transit and at the rest. So you can tokenize your data so that you can transport your data within one system to the other system without worries too much whether somebody is steal your data or not. So resilient operation, the same thing is built-in reliability, scalability, visibility. So that's what it is, single management plane, and you can see everything in one plane. This is a real-time visualization. If anybody using too many requests is coming for one of your API, you can easily see where is the spike is, what I need to do, whether I need to do a rate limiting, or some more load is coming per second, more load is coming, so I need to reduce, or I need to scale up my server based on those requests. So those are if you see visualizing, those are real time, easily you can manage. So those are the features available for you. Platform auto scaling and high availability build, that is also available for you. Feature proof foundation, optimize bend and not break change, lightweight runtime, hybrid deployment, application network and services. These all things available for you, which increase your 64% faster delivery for your APIs. So before question answer, I would like to show you how it is look like. Suppose that I'm showing you the demo. So suppose that I'm creating a small flow. I put the wrong. So now if I want to use it, suppose that among this list, if I want to use the S3, so or I would say let's go with I'm putting a logger over here, and then S3 I want to create bucket. So just this. Let's see is how simple it is. Just you need to just drag and drop. Before that, if you want to download any of your connector, you need to go search on the exchange. You look for the AWS search over here, and you can download any of your Amazon, suppose that Lambda connector. I'm just taking one example as a, and then you can download over here, and it is the version is available, and it will come over here, Lambda. So you can use the 4 different feature over here, but just go with the RDS right now. So I'm creating a DB. So I can use it any of those describe. So any of these DB instances. So here you can configure. I was mentioning like you need to add your so you can add your access key secret key over here, basic whatever you want to add. So this is available for you. If you go to the so everything is RDS configure. You can configure basic. If you go to the basic role based, everything is available over here. You can do. So once you connected is configured, then you can do over here Axum. So these are the things is available for you. You can play this RDS database connector, or if you want to use it the IaaS3, let me create copy. So this one is also you need to configure same way. Most of the thing is you can configure the same way. If you want to play, only thing is you need to get the AWS instances first, get the access key secret key. Right now I don't have, so but yeah, this is a very simple way. And then once you configure the global element, and then you add your which bucket name and what is the key and version ID, everything you can define, and you can connect, and you can start to dumping your file or reading file from there. This is just copy object. So this will basically is copy all your file from here to this bucket location. So this is what the whole presentation. I'm just over here. Do you have any question? Let me know. I will take the question from here, and I will try my best to answer those questions. Yeah, anyone? Oh, sorry. If I'm not sharing my screen, let me sorry. Let me reshare again. Go with this one. Give me 1 minute. Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah, so this is what I just explained. Sorry. So this is what you just create this flow. I just put the logger so that then generally this is my like a standard practice is first you have to put the logger so that know what request is coming over here, and then you can add your RDS instances. Amazon RDS, I created the DB instances. So you can use it either of those over here, or there is another way you can manage to the DB thing. Hope so I can find from here. Code. So database. It's not part of the database, so I need to search over here. So if you're not finding any connector over there, you can look into over here and you can download from here. So this is you are managing a DB instances within AWS side, and this is basically you can communicate as how you are communicating. Like if you want to execute the DDL, with this one. So just you and then whatever the instances information you are getting, you can pass over here. So here is, suppose that you are communicating, here is a catch. If you are communicating with a different kind of database, here you need to add those as a local file or as add Maven dependency. Suppose that you are working on Oracle. You have to add those jar file, which is available, which is compatible with your application or your database, different version. So you can pass those dependency over here. It will automatically resolve for you, and it will add within your pom.xml file. Same thing if you are working on the AWS MySQL database. Same way, you need to add those connector jar file for this connector, and then it will communicate within AWS environment. So, but this is a RDS thing is which you want to manage within a AWS environment. Then you need this connector. That's why if you notice is it has access key and secret key, which is provided by the AWS environment. Right now, I don't have. So that's what it is. So this is how you can manage, and then you can add your different parameter over here, so you can manage that version of that RDS. So same thing is S3. If you're managing S3, it's very similar. You need you need to access key and secret key, and yeah, which reason you already by default is it's taking a US East because I'm in the US East. So, but it will take based on your location. You can change this one. And then it will communicate once you connect, and then you can pass your bucket name within S3 bucket, and then you can push your data with this bucket with this key name. If you want to add the version ID, then also. So these are the required field. These are the not right now, and this is also you need to configure first. So same thing you can play S3. All this feature or function is available for you. Just so many. Feature is available. Just play if you want to play. If you have anywhere, or you can just play with your evaluation version of AWS S3 bucket or AWS environment. Same thing is EC2. There is all feature function is there. You are playing. You are managing security group. Just here you can use this connector, and you can manage through your flow the security group. Snapshot, everything. I mean, literally, EC2 is one of the strong tool, I would say, and very famous if you're managing. This is one of the strong tool available for the Amazon AWS environment from MuleSoft side. So whenever you are using Amazon EC2 connector, use diligently, otherwise it will mess up your whole AWS environment. So this is what it is. I'm just, if you have any question, I will take from here. Let me know if you have any question. Any question? Okay. I'm giving another few minutes so you guys can type it if you have any question, or otherwise I will end my session over here. Okay. If you don't have any questions, so then I will stop my session over here. And again, I would like to thanks you guys to joining this meetup group. And I will come with a more interesting topic next time, next session. Probably I will try to bring it some guest for this meetup. Again, thank you everyone who ever joined, and really I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you.